go, folks, into the final games over in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying campaign. But, of course, all things seem to be done and dusted towards the top with Canada, USA and Mexico going through. But who's going to make the playoffs? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks. Bam, let's go. To the final game in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying campaign, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe to get your bag today. All things World Cup related, Pleb and Rose related, CONCACAF related. We're going to all here, boys. Under one Ruski, that's right. Of course, Canada, they're through. USA, I think USA and Mexico are just about there. However, there is still a glimmer, a sliver, a tiny little bit of hope for the likes, of course, for Costa Rica as they try to do the unthinkable and, of course, sneak in there. At the expense of maybe USA and Mexico. We'll take a look at it, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to VIPs there. They're patrons, guys. Thank you for your love, of course, behind the scenes. Anyway, let's get into it and show you what I'm talking about here, guys. These are the results. And, of course, the state of play in the table right here, right now. Canada needed a result after their loss against Costa Rica. What a result it was. 4-0 win over Jamaica. Jamaica me crazy. And, of course, Nerf's also here chipping in with her own pickaroos, or his own pickaroos as well. As, of course, Canada got over the line. They're there. They're confirmed. They're in their hats. They'll be there at the draw on Friday, and so will I be. Meanwhile, El Salvador, of course, did lose to Costa Rica. 2-1 win for them. Of course, moving up to fourth now, Costa Rica. 3 points adrift of USA and Mexico. The goal difference is the key factor here. So, realistically, I think USA are safe. It's just Mexico, which, of course, could provide a bit of spice. USA with a 5-1 win over Panama. Of course, that did boost their, of course, goal scoring ranks there, and of course Mexico with a 1-0 win as well. So I think I got myself a four-piece there, guys, a four-piece. Well done to me, and well done to these guys, of course. Also got 4. Kevin, Hansworth, Samuel 22, Shane O'Donnell, Eman Hussein, and Shepard, of course, all got 4. Well done to you guys. And of course, the actual leaderboard, and it's Eman Hussein with 25 points so far, I believe. Winky, Hansworth make up the power 3, with of course 4 points left. I think anybody in the top 4, top 5 even, 6 all the way down. Shepard could mathematically win it. Of course, we'll have to see how it all pans out as well. So get involved, free link there, cut4/WC22 CONCACAF. That's the place to be. So these are the games, and of course there is hope for at least Costa Rica. Basically, they need to beat USA comfortably, like 2 or 3-0, and hope for Mexico to lose to El Salvador. So the goal difference, of course, the gap is 4 goals. And of course, a win is needed for Costa Rica to get over the line. So if Mexico get a point or more, they are there. Otherwise, if they do lose, then again, all eyes will be on the Costa Rica game to see if they can close that goal difference gap. So anyway, let's talk about Panama, of course, up against Canada. Of course, Canada can relax now. They're there for the first World Cup in 36 years. And I'm looking forward to seeing it as well. Now, these two sides have played at 7 times, 2008, 1 for Panama, 2 for Canada, and 4 draw scores. Just 1 win and 6 for Panama right now. Of course, 33% form for them at the moment. Meanwhile, Canada just 1 defeat past 6, 83% form for them at the moment. The biggest win for Canada over Panama was a 4-1 win. The biggest win the other way was a 2-0 win for Panama as well. Panama scored just 6 goals compared to Canada's 8 over the course of those 4 games. Works out around about 1.14 goals game ratio for Canada and 0.86 goals game ratio for Panama. Of course, last time the fixture in Panama was a 0-0 draw back in November 2014. The reverse fixture, though, in Canada was a 4-1 win for Canada back in October. Of course, Canada coming to this on the back of that 4-0 win over Jamaica, up against, of course, Panama with a 5-1 loss against USA last time around. The odds here for this one, though, Panama are actually 10-3 for the actually 11-10 on. Is Canada 11-5 is your draw. I'm going to back Canada to get a point here, just a point. They're going to take the foot off the gas. They're there. Of course, maybe even rest some players for this game. Costa Rica. This is it. This is the game of the tie here, of the round. Costa Rica up against USA. Played each other 19 times in 2003. 7 wins for Costa Rica, 10 wins for USA, and 2 draws. Costa Rica unbeaten in the last 6, of course, winning 5 of the last 6, 90% form. Up against the America side, of course, just 1 defeat at the past 6, 75% form for them. At the moment, of course, America's biggest win over Costa Rica was a 4-0 win. The biggest win the other way was also a 4-0 win. Costa Rica scored 22 goals over USA, and of course the Americans with 27 in return. Works out around about 1.42 goals game ratio for the Americans, a 1.16 goal game ratio for Costa Rica. Meanwhile, of course, last celebration in Costa Rica, I'm going to have to go back a little bit. It was a 4-0 win for Costa Rica back in November 2016. The reverse fixture, of course, was a 2-1 win for USA back in October. Of course, Costa Rica came into this on the back of a 2-1 win over El Salvador, and USA's last week match was a 5-1 win over Panama. Of course, the odds on this one, then Costa Rica 9-4 for the victory, 30-10 is USA, and 2-1 is your draw. I think I'm actually going to back USA to lose this one, 2-1 win, but I think that's not going to be enough. enough for Costa Rica to make it into Qatar 2020. I think that fourth spot is a playoff, so you know what, we may still see Costa Rica at Qatar 2022. They're going to have to do a very tough task, of course, going through the intercontinental sort of the thing. Next, of course, we have Mexico up against El Salvador, and a point is enough for Mexico to go through. Of course, now these two sides played 11 times in 1970, 10 wins for Mexico, 1 for El Salvador, and 0 draws. Of course, Mexico coming to this 1-3 and drawn 3 of the last 6, unbeaten in the last 6 as well. 75% form up against the El Salvador side, just 1 win in 6 of them, 25% form for them at the moment. Of course, Mexico's biggest win over El Salvador, 5-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 2-1 win. Mexico scored 30 goals compared to El Salvador's 6, which works down around about 2.73 goals game ratio compared to El Salvador's 0.55. Last time I played that, of course, in Mexico, it was, I believe, a 3-0 win for Mexico back in November 2015. The reverse fixture, though, in El Salvador was a 2-0 for Mexico back in October. El Salvador picked up a 2-1 loss against Costa Rica, and of course, Mexico with a 1-0 win over Honduras. And that makes 4 clean sheets on the spin for Mexico, as of course they hope to get to Qatar 2022. But of course, goal scoring seems to be the problem at the moment. The odds here: 8-1 on is your Mexico, 6-1 is your draw, and 20-1 is your long shots. That's of course El Salvador. 2-0 win for me for Mexico on this one to take it to the house. And then wrap it up. It will be Jamaica. Jamaica be crazy. Up against Honduras. It is the battle to avoid the wooden spoon, even though the wooden spoon has been decided, and it will be Honduras who will get the wooden spoon. But anyway, they played each other 9 times in 2008. 5 wins to Jamaica, 3 wins to Honduras, and 1 draw. Of course, Jamaica haven't won the last 8 games. Of course, Honduras haven't won the last 16. Both come into this on 8% form. Of course, Jamaica's biggest win over Honduras was a 2-0 win. The biggest win the other way was a 2-0 win as well for Honduras. In fact, Jamaica scored 11 goals compared to Honduras' 10, when of course these two sides have played each other. Of course, 1.22 goal game ratio for Jamaica up against a 1.11 goal game ratio for Honduras. Of course, last time they played each other in Jamaica, it was a 2-2 draw back in, of course, October 2013. The reverse fixture, though, in Honduras was a 2-0 win for Jamaica back in October 2021. Jamaica with a 4-0 loss against Canada. Of course, Honduras with a 1-0 loss against Honduras, against Mexico, sorry. The odds on this one then, we got Jamaica 11-10 on for the victory, 11-5 is your draw, 16-5 is your Honduras. Of course, Jamaica flat. I was excited about Jamaica, of course, when they announced all these influx of new players to kind of boost their squad, boost their the talent that they have. But unfortunately, they failed to really rise to the hype. But I think they'll win this one. 1-0 win in the end. We'll put them on to 12 points and potentially overtake El Salvador and finish third from bottom. But it's not going to be good enough for the playoffs. Jamaica will be joining the likes of Honduras and El Salvador out. Panama also will be out as well. But anyway, get your pickaroos in. CONCACAF, WC22 CONCACAF is the special bit there. Make sure you get pickaroos in for that. And of course, we will be back on Friday for the World Cup draw live. Reaction to that, of course, we'll see who lands who in the groups. Of course, look at the odds, all that kind of stuff, as we look forward to a very exciting end to 2022. Smash the thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the links down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, also Patreon. Until then, boys, we're done for right now. And until then, boys, I'm out of here.